वासवीसूनुं मुनिकुलतिलकञ्च पूर्णबोधं गुरुमपि परमं गुरुञ्च मे वन्दे। आनन्दतीर्थभगवत्पादाचार्यविनिर्मितं व्याख्यास्ये भगवद्गीताभाष्यं तत्करुणाबलात्। देवं नारायणं नत्वा सर्वदोषविवर्जितं परिपूर्णं गुरुंश्चाङ्गीतार्थं वक्ष्यामि लेशतः। धर्मविज्ञानवैराग्यपरमैश्वर्यशालिनः आनन्दतीर्थभगवत्पादान् वन्दे निरन्तरम्। आनन्दतीर्थोपदिष्टो निधिर्नारायणः क्वयः प्रदर्शितो येन सम्यक् जयतीर्थं तमाश्रये। नौमि न्यायसुधादिकृज्जयमुनीन् श्रीपादरात्सन्मणीन् व्यासार्यान् विविधागमब्धिविहरान् श्रीवादिराजानपि वन्दे हंसवरान् रघूत्तमगुरून् वैदग्ध्यवाराम्निधीन् श्री सत्यव्रत राघवेन्द्र मुनिपान् सद्बोधसध्यानपान्। विद्यायां विबुधाचार्यं वेदज्ञानाब्धिचन्दिरं दुर्मतध्वान्तमार्तण्डं सत्यध्यानमुनिं भजे। सत्याभिज्ञकराब्जोत्थान् पञ्चाशद्वर्षपूजकान् सत्यप्रमोदतीर्थार्यान् नौमि न्यायसुधारतान्। शास्त्रेषु पारदर्श्वानं शास्त्रज्ञेषु च वत्सलं दीनभक्तोद्धारकरं सत्यात्मानं गुरुं भजे। विद्यापीठविधातारं विद्यावारिधिचन्दिरं विद्यार्थिवत्सलं वन्दे महामहिमसद्गुरुं। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्तिः धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति। We have been discussing this stanza, 13th stanza of second chapter. Lord Shri Krishna is about to establish the distinct existence of Atma. The Atma exists apart from the body, senses, organs, mind, prana, breath, and so on. The Nastikas, who do not accept the existence of Atma, Chetana, they say that there is no existence of Atma. Madhvacharya says, while commenting on this stanza, Dehi tadikshita siddhaha. The consciousness is one thing which cannot be the attribute of anything whichever is in this pindanda. The body is there, it cannot claim the consciousness. No cell can claim the consciousness of the whole world. I see. What sees? I shows me. I doesn't see. I, E-Y-E, netram. Netra does not see, but it shows me. Mind, with the help of mind, with the aid of mind, I think. So I, who is that I? So, no senses, no organ claim that the consciousness belongs to me. The consciousness cannot be attributed to any one cell in the body. Trillions of cells are there in the body, and so many organs are there in this body. So the consciousness cannot be claimed by any senses, any sense or any organ, any part of body except the Atma. So the Atma exists because there is the existence of consciousness. I see, I know, I feel, I sense, I experience, I behold, I know, I remember, I recall, I recognize, and so on. I hate, I love. I wish, I desire. Who is that I? The I is not the organ. I is not brain. I is not mind. I is not anything else apart from the Atma. So Atma himself is I. So I, all these things belong to I. Not only belong to I is the owner of all these things. Body is owned, at least temporarily, depending on God's wish. Body belongs to I. Body is owned by I. So I, the Jiva or the Atma, Chetana, owns this body. Not only the body, the organs, the system, the senses, motor senses, motor organs and sense organs, and the mind, and the brain, and all these faculties of consciousness. As I recalled all these things, recollection, remembrance, experience, sensing, feeling, knowing, beholding, hearing, tasting, and whatnot. Hundreds of things are there. All these things can be attributed to the Chetana and not anything else apart from the Chetana. So this can be, all these faculties can be attributed only to the Atma, not to anything else apart from the Atma. Dehi tadikshita siddhaha astitavata kaumaradi vishayam ikshanam. There is an experience. Hundreds of experiences are there in a single day, a single hour. Thousands of experiences are there. Nacha ikshanam ikshitaram vina sambhavati. The ikshana, the experience can exist only when there is an experiencer. Knowing can take place when there is a knower. Feeling can be there when there is an agent who feels. And so on. So the consciousness or the feeling or sense or experience or knowing and all these things, jnana, Madhvacharya says in his commentary, jnana, for that matter, ichha, I wish, I desire, I will, I want, I incline to do so. Who is that I? Who inclines to do? Who is that I? Who wishes to do? Who is that I? Who wants to do things? So wish, that is ichha. Ichha belongs to I. Ichha belongs to Chetana. So when there is an ichha, the ichha proves that there is an existence of Atma. Without Atma, ichha cannot exist. Without Atma, jnana cannot exist. Without Atma, no sukha, happiness. I am happy. Who is there? Who is happy? Is it mind? Where was mind? When we are fast asleep. When we sleep, there is no mind. Mind is not active. Mind is not active. It is dormant. It is not active. But still, after waking up, I say, I am happy when I was asleep. So the happiness is there. There is misery, the pain, suffering, fear. So many experiences are. All these mental faculties, they lie in mind and they are owned by Atma. The owner is the Atma. So Atma cannot be denied. Atma dehi tadikshita siddha nacha ikshanam ikshitaram vina sambhavati. Ikshita, knower, beholder, seer, thinker, experiencer. The person, Atma, without Atma, the ikshana is not possible. Sacha vakshamanat, parima parishesha pramanat, dehi, dehatiriktaha siddhaha. Parishesha pramanat. In later part of this Bhashya, Madhvacharya is going to explain the theory of elimination. By way of elimination, we can prove that it is not body, it is not mind, it is not sense, it is not organ, it is not breath, that is which is called as prana. It is neither it is mind, it is only Atma, who is the owner, who can claim his ownership on all these faculties. Sacha vakshamanat parishesha pramanat dehi dehati riktaha. The word Bhashya expresses one word, dehi. It means, according to Tikacharya, dehati rikta. He is distinct from body. Atra kaumaradigrahanam atantram jnanamatrena jnatra siddhehe. Simple jnana, any jnana for that matter, any jnana. The bee is moving. When a bee moves, it knows so many things, it experiences so many things. All these experiences can be attributed only to the Atma of bee. The body is there. Different from body, Atma exists because there is a jnana, there is a consciousness. Deha shabdascha indriyadi sahita sharira vrittihi shlokecha kaumaram yauvanam jara iti vishayena vishayi ikshanam upalakshate. Illi ಕೌಮಾರಂ ಯೌವನಂ ಜರ ಎಂಬ ಶಬ್ದಗಳನ್ನು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಕೌಮಾರ ಎನ್ನುವ ಶಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೌಮಾರ ಶಿಶುತ್ವ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥವಲ್ಲ, ಕಿಂತು ಬಾಲ್ಯಾವಸ್ಥೆಯ ಅನುಭವ, ಯೌವನಾವಸ್ಥೆಯ ಅನುಭವ, ಜರ ಮುಪ್ಪಿನ ಅವಸ್ಥೆಯ ಅನುಭವ ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿ ಅನುಭವ ಪರ್ಯಂತವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಕ್ಷಣ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಎಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೌಮಾರ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ experience of childhood. Yauvanam means it is not just youth, but the experience of youth. Jara doesn't mean here only old age, but here the secondary meaning should be taken, that is the experience of old age. Vishayena vishayi ikshanam upalakshate tata dehinaha dehatariktasya ityuktam bhavati. Yatha ityadi samasta shlokam ಸಮಸ್ತ ವಾಕ್ಯಂ ಶ್ಲೋಕೆ ಚ ಪಾದತ್ರಯಂ ದೇಹಭೇದೇ ಆತ್ಮೈಕತ್ವ ಸಾಧನಂ ಕೌಮಾರಾದಿಮತ್ಶರೀರಭೇದೆ ಇತ್ಯರ್ಥಃ. ಯಥಾ ಕೌಮಾರಾದಿಶರೀರಭೇದೇಪಿ ದೇಹಿ ತದೀಕ್ಷಿತಾ ಸಿದ್ಧಃ ಏಹಂ ದೇಹಾಂತರಪ್ರಾಪ್ತೌ ಅಪಿ ಈಕ್ಷಿತೃತ್ವಾತ್. Secondly, Buddha say that everything is transient. Everything is kshanika, everything is momentary, nothing is long lasting, nothing is permanent, according to Buddhas. Buddhas say only the akasha is permanent, the space is permanent. Akashaha dvau nirodhaucha nityam trayam asamskritam. Abhidhamma Kosha is a grantha in Buddha cult, Buddha philosophy. There it is said that Akashaha dvau nirodhaucha pratisankhya nirodha and apratisankhya nirodha and Akasha. These three are nitya, permanent. According to Buddha philosophy, there is nothing which is called permanent. Everything is transient, everything is kshanika, everything is momentary. If everything is momentary, then how can I recall the past one? Big question. This question is posed by many philosophers to Buddhas. Buddhas have to answer. Here the question is put like कौमारादि मत शरीर भेद यथा कौमारादि शरीर भेदेपि देही तदीक्षिता सिद्धः एवं देहांतर प्राप्तौ अपि. I recall my childhood, I recall my youth. When an old person can recall when he is 80 years old, 90 years old, 100 years old, he can recall all the past. Almost from fourth year, he can remember everything. It shows that one Atma exists. One Atma exists, continues to exist at least for 80 years, 90 years. There is no change in Atma. There are changes in body. There are changes in body, but not absolute total change. There is no total change in body, but there are changes in body. Minor changes. Gradually it has decreased, it has increased, and so on. Avayava, upachaya and apachaya. According to philosophical terminology, avayava, upachaya and apachaya. Some permutations have taken place and some changes have taken place. But the body remains same. It is not one body. It is not absolutely one body which continues to exist for 80 years, but there are changes. But as far as Atma is considered, when we think of Atma, Atma never changes. He is permanently experiencing 80 years of his life, 90 years of his life. Every incident he may recall, every day he may recall, every year he can recall. So it shows that all these impressions or vasanas or samskaras, they are residing in his mind, residing in him, which help him to recall the past one. So without existence, permanent existence, at least long-lasting existence of Atma, the body is changing. But still, the Atma has to continue. If Atma doesn't continue, then how the recollection, remembrance could be possible? Secondly, Madhvacharyas, according to Madhva philosophy, Tikacharya says here, Yoham Kumara Shariravaana Bhuvam Sa Idanim Yuva Shariravan Varte Ityadi Pratyabhidnyata. Yoham Kumara Shariravaana Bhuvam. 80 years back, 50 years back, 60 years back ago, I was a child. When I was young boy, when I was 20 years old, and so on. All these experiences can be attributed to Atma. Atma knows that, yes, I was like this. Atma knows that I had experienced this. Atma can claim that I have went through all these phases. What does it show? One Atma in all these phases, continue to exist in all these phases. So the existence of Atma is one thing and permanence of Atma is the second thing. As far as the body is concerned, he is long lasting, he is not temporary, he is not momentary, his existence is not momentary. So he has to continue, at least after fourth year, he is continuing to remember everything, or 6 years say, till 90 years, 95 years, 100 years and so on. So permanence should be there. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam. So nitya, he is nitya, he should be permanent. Yoham kumara shariramana abhuvam. He is recognizing himself. 60 years back, I was just a young boy. Now I am grown up, I am old. He is experiencing both things. He is experiencing the old age, that is recognizing himself as one entity passing through all these phases. If he is not one entity, one Atma continuing to experience all these phases, he could have not remembered the earlier phases. He is recognizing He is remembering, therefore he has to exist for all these years. Dehantara praptau api. This much is acceptable to many thinkers, so to say. But the next one, evam dehantara praptau api. Krishna says, tatha dehantara praptihi dhirastatra namuhyati. Tatha dehantara praptihi. Madhvacharya says, evam dehantara praptau api. Ikshitratvat. This is very beautiful and a very interesting thing. Very interesting. Child is born. Within few hours, within a day or two, it knows how to lick, how to suck milk from mother's nipple. It knows that. No one should teach it. Neither you can teach it. It knows how to suck it. It doesn't know anything. ನಾವು ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಪಿ ಪಿ ಅಂತಂತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಊದ್ತೇವೆ, ಊದಿದಾಗ ಶಬ್ದ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ವಿಸಿಲ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಊದೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೇಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ರಿವರ್ಸಿಂಗ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಕಿಂಗ್, ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬ್ಲೋ. It doesn't know how to blow, but it knows how to suck. It knows only how to suck. It doesn't know how to blow. Just reversing. It doesn't know how to hold pen. It doesn't know how to hold bottle. It knows nothing except sucking milk from mother. How this has come? Where from this experience has gathered to teach or to make remember this experience at the youngest stage? The baby is born today, tomorrow it can drink milk. How it can drink? How is it possible? This is the big question. And Vedanta, especially Madhva Vedanta, says that Dehantara praptau ityaneka deha praptau api ityarthaha. There, Tikacharya says, Pratyagra jatasya shishoho aharadhyabhilashena purva dehanusandhana siddhehe ityashayaha. The child, infant, doesn't know anything in the world. It knows nothing. It knows only one thing: to cry, to move its limbs. Not in special direction, but it moves. But the special direction can be experienced while it drinks milk from mother. How beautiful it is. How beautiful it is. How thoughtful it is. It is just a design of God, a Lord, who gives a sort of recollection that this milk is beneficial to me. Ishta sadhanatva. It knows that it is good to me. It knows that I have to feed my stomach, belly. To feed myself, I have to drink. And this is a beautiful thing. It can suck. It knows nothing else. Nothing else. Crying, moving limbs, and sucking, which is the beautiful thing in its life. And it is not just a few babies or few infants are bestowed with this capacity. The whole world, infinite number of people, infinite. Not only human beings, even other beings. Animals can. So this shows that pratyagra jatasya shishoho aharadhyabhilashena. The infant is there, it knows what to eat, how to eat. It knows that it is only possible when there is a recollection, recapitulation of the past. Madhvacharya says, it is recalled from the prior birth. The prior birth, it has experienced how to drink. Therefore, that impression is created in the mind, and that impression is stirred up when it is triggered. That vasana is triggered. ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಗಳ ಉದ್ಬೋಧ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಆಗ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಗಳ ಉದ್ಬೋಧವಾದಾಗ ಆಗ ಅದು ಹಾಲು ಕುಡಿಯುವುದನ್ನು ಅದು ತಾನು ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು, ಇದು ನನಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಸಾಧನ, ಇದು ನನಗೆ ಹಿತವಾದದ್ದು, ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗತ್ತೆ, ನನ್ನ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ತುಂಬತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನುವುದಾಗಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಇದು, ಎಸ್, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಂಕ್ಟ್. Psychologists say that it is an instinct. How the instinct is created? Where from the instinct is created? Why only such instincts are available here? Why not others? Hundreds of questions should be answered for that. Pratyagra jatasya shishoho aharadhyabhilashena purvadehānusandhāna siddhehe. So it experiences that the activity, drinking milk, is beneficial to me, is an experience, and this recollection can be traced from the prior birth. Evam dehantara praptau api ikshitritva. Without this experience, the infant cannot survive at all. It may be in the form of mother's breast, or it may be in the form of bottle, which is close to nipple of mother. That is why it is called as nipple. And purvadehānusandhāna, that is, it can recall the past birth too. Madhvacharya proves this fact in Anuvyakhyana. Tikacharya elaborates it, elucidates this argument in Srimad Nyaya Sudha, in the 3rd adhyaya of Srimad Nyaya Sudha. Evam atmanaha dehatirekam dehabhedepi ekatvancha prasadhya. So, 2 doctrines are proved now. One, the existence of Atma distinct from the body, and secondly, one Atma continues to exist in 2 bodies, the prior birth and the later birth. Following birth, following bodies and prior bodies. So one Atma exists or continue to exist through and through all these bodies. Dhirastatra namuhyati ityuchyate. Tasya vayarthyam ashankya yesmin vishaye anyepi moha hetavaha te dhirena swayam nirakaryaha ityevamarthatvata namayarthyam ityashayavan tat pradarsanartham uttaram prakaranam arabhate. ದೇಹಿನೋಸ್ಮಿನ್ ಯಥಾ ದೇಹೇ ಕೌಮಾರಂ ಯೌವನಂ ಜರ ತಥಾ ದೇಹಾಂತರ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತಿ ಎಂಬ 3 ಪಾದಗಳಿಂದ ದೇಹದಿಂದ ಭಿನ್ನನಾದ ಜೀವ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಎನ್ನುವುದನ್ನು ಸಾಧಿಸಿ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಮತ್ತು ಮುಂದಿನ ದೇಹಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಜೀವ ಇರುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಹೀಗೆ ಅನಂತ ಜನ್ಮಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಅನಂತ ದೇಹಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಹಿಂದಿನಿಂದ ಜೀವನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಜೀವ ಅನಂತ ದೇಹಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಹೀಗೆ ಅನಂತ ಜೀವರು ತಮ್ಮ ತಮ್ಮ ಅನಂತ ದೇಹಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನುವುದನ್ನು ಸಮರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಈ 3 ಪಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಶ್ರೀಮದಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಧೀರಸ್ತತ್ರ ನಮುಹ್ಯತಿ ಅಂತನ್ನುವುದಾಗಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತಿದೆ. ಆ ಮಾತಿನ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಧೀರಸ್ತತ್ರ ನಮುಹ್ಯತಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಜೀವ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾಗಿ ದೇಹದಿಂದ ಭಿನ್ನನಾಗಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಎನ್ನುವ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ವಿಧವಾದ ವಿವಾದಗಳು ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಆಕ್ಷೇಪಗಳು ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಖಂಡನೆಗಳು ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಅವುಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಿರಾಸ ಮಾಡುವುದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಧೀರಸ್ತತ್ರ ನಮುಹ್ಯತಿ ಎನ್ನುವ ವಾಕ್ಯ ಪ್ರವೃತ್ತವಾಗಿದೆ ಎಂದಾಗಿ ಶ್ರೀಮದಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ಹೇಳುವ ಮಾತಿಗೆ ಟೀಕಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ವಿವರಣೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯೇಸ್ಮಿನ್ ವಿಷಯೇ ಅನ್ಯೇಪಿ ಮೋಹಹೇತವಃ ತೇ ಧೀರೇಣ ಸ್ವಯಂ ನಿರಾಕಾರ್ಯಾಃ ಇತ್ಯೇವಮರ್ಥತ್ವಾತ್ ನವೈಯರ್ಥ್ಯಂ ಇತ್ಯಾಶಯವಾನ್ ತತ್ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನಾರ್ಥಂ ಉತ್ತರಂ ಪ್ರಕರಣಂ ಆರಭತೆ. ತತ್ರ ಈ ಕ್ಷಣೇನ ಕಥಂ ದೇಹಾತಿರಿಕ್ತ ಆತ್ಮಸಿದ್ಧಿ. ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದಿರಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅನುಭವ, ಸ್ಮರಣೆ, ಸುಖ, ದುಃಖ ಇತ್ಯಾದಿಗಳು, ಜ್ಞಾನ ಎನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಏನೊಂದು ತತ್ವವಿದೆ, ಆ ಜ್ಞಾನದಿಂದಾಗಿ ಜ್ಞಾತ ಆಗಿರುವ ಜೀವ ಚೇತನ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅನ್ನುವುದಾಗಿ ಜೀವನ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವವನ್ನು ಸಮರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡಲು ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಆದರೆ ಈ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಅನೇಕ ಆಕ್ಷೇಪಗಳಿವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನದು ಅಂದರೆ, ತತ್ರ ಈ ಕ್ಷಣೇನ ಕಥಂ ದೇಹಾತಿರಿಕ್ತ ಆತ್ಮಸಿದ್ಧಿ. So far you have proved, or you have tried to prove or establish the existence of Atma apart from Deha, different from Deha. But here the question is, Ikshitahi tena siddhyati. There is an experience, there is knowing, knowledge. With the aid of knowledge or experience, we can prove that there is an existence of experiencer, or the agent of knowing, that is a knower. So experiencer can be proved, not the Atma. Experiencer need not be Atma alone. So many things, so many entities are there in this body. All those things can be attributed with knowing or knowledge or experiencing, feeling or sensing. Ikshitahi tena siddhyati. Such a sharira, the body itself can be attributed with knowledge, or the prana, or jatharanala, or indriya, sense organs, manas, mind, vishaya, sannidhau ikshana darshanata teshu anyatamaha kinnasya ityataha sharirasya tavadikshanam nishedhati. Sharira, the body cannot experience. Body cannot experience pleasure or pain. Body cannot experience anything outside the world. Body cannot experience anything inside in it. Body is not bestowed with that quality which is called as knowing or experiencing. Nahi jadasya sharirasya kaumaradhyanubhava sambhavati. Jadasya sharirasya, Madhvacharya says, jadasya sharirasya kaumaradhyanubhava nahi sambhavati. The body is achetana. Body is non-sentient thing. Sentient, which have senses, which have knowledge, they are called as sentient beings. Non-sentient is achetana. The achetana body cannot experience. It is not bestowed with that quality. Jadasya sharirasya kaumaradhyanubhavaha. Because it is jada, the sharira cannot have experience. Sharirasya anubhavo na sambhavati iti pratijna. There are two reasons for that. One, jada. Secondly, sharira. Because it is jada, because it is body, it cannot experience. Mritasya adarashanaditi drishtantoktihi. If the body itself can experience, we must have a sort of experience that the body is experiencing something. Body is put on fire. Can it experience burning? It cannot experience burns. It doesn't know what burns, where burns. There is no experience at all. So, sharirasya anubhavaha na sambhavati. Mritasya adarshana. There is no Atma, it is only body. The body, all senses, all cells are there. Immediately after the birth, after the death, demise, the body is remaining, but it cannot experience anything. By this we can say that sharirasya mritasya adarshana jadatvancha bhautikatvam vivakšitam iti na sadhya vishishtata. It is all made of 5 materials which are called as Panchamahabhuta. The body is produced of this Panchamahabhuta. Since it is produced by Panchamahabhuta, it cannot experience, it cannot have knowledge, it cannot recall, it cannot feel, it cannot sense. Aprayojakatvaabhiprayena shankate mritasyeti. Mritasya vayuvadyapagamaad anubhava bhavaha aham manushyaha ityadyanubhavacha etat siddham iti chet. जीवत् शरीर मृत शरीरयोः भौतिकत्वे शरीरत्वे समानेपि मा भूत् मृत शरीरस्य ಈಕ್ಷಣಂ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜೀವತ್ ಶರೀರ, ಲಿವಿಂಗ್, ಸರ್ವೈವಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ, ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ. ವೇರ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆತ್ಮ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಜೀವತ್ ಶರೀರ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೆಡ್ ಬಾಡಿ, body which doesn't have prana, mind and so on. In these 2 bodies, both are made of Panchamahabhuta. Both are produced by Panchamahabhuta. Both are bodies. They are sharing shariratva. Shariratva ಎನ್ನುವುದು ಎರಡೂ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಸಮಾನವಾಗಿದೆ, ಎರಡೂ ಶರೀರವಾಗಿದೆ. ಮೃತವಾದ ಶರೀರವೂ ಶರೀರ, ಜೀವತ್ ಶರೀರವೂ ಶರೀರ. ಮೃತವಾದ ಶರೀರವೂ ಪಂಚಭೌತಿಕ, ಜೀವತ್ ಶರೀರವೂ ಪಂಚಭೌತಿಕ. ಎರಡೂ ಪಂಚಭೌತಿಕವಾಗಿದೆ, ಎರಡೂ ಜೀವತ್ ಶರೀರವಾಗಿದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಮೃತ ಶರೀರಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಭವ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದ ಡೆಡ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್, ದ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಣಾದಿವಾಯೂನಾಂ ಜಾಠರಾನನಸ್ಯ ಇಂದ್ರಿಯಾಣಂಚ ಅಪಗಮಾತ್. ಪ್ರಾಣಾದಿವಾಯು, ಬ್ರೀದಿಂಗ್, ಬ್ರೆತ್, ಪ್ರಾಣಾದಿವಾಯು, ಪ್ರಾಣ, ಅಪಾನ, ವ್ಯಾನ, ಉದಾನ, ಸಮಾನ, 5 vayus which are traced in our body. They are not existing in the dead body. They are there in the surviving body or living body. And secondly, jathara anala, which burns all our ahara, all our intake, it is called as jathara anala. It is existing in surviving body, not in the dead body. And indriya, all senses, all organs are existing in surviving body, not in the dead body. Therefore, jivatastu pranadi sannidhanat bhavishyati. Ko virodha? Because all these things, all these entities or all these principles are existing in living body, the body can experience. Body can experience. But the dead body is devoid of all these things, therefore it is lacking in all these things, therefore it cannot experience. This is what the objection raised by Purvapakshi. को विरोधः माहि भूदेक धर्मोपपन्नानाम् अवान्तर कारण वैचित्र्य भावः. न केवलमिदम् आशंक्यते. It is not just a question. I am asserting it because aham manushyaha ityadyanubhavacha etat siddham. The experience should be traced or attributed to the body itself. Because Atma cannot be Manushya. The body is my Manushya. Manushya means man or woman. Manushya, 2 legs are there, 2 arms are there, 1 head, 1 neck, and so on. This stature, this structure belongs only to body and not to Atma. So Atma cannot say that I am Manushya. But we say, as a whole, we say, I am Manushya. We all say that I am Manushya. Aham Manushya. So when I say I am Manushya, Aham Manushya, it cannot be, this experience cannot go to Atma. Because Atma is not Manushya. Atma may be Manushya, may not be Manushya. Atma is Chaitanya. It cannot be Manushya. How it can experience that I am Manushya? How you can claim that I am Manushya? Na kevalam idam ashankyate, kintu aham Manushyaha ityanubhavat. Etad dehasya ikshitrattam siddham pramitancha. Therefore, ನಾನು ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಎಂದು ಹೇಳುವಂತಹ ಅನುಭವ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಅನುಭವ, ಈ ತರಹದ ಜ್ಞಾನ, ಇದು ಕೇವಲ ದೇಹಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬಹುದೇ ಹೊರತು ಆತ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಬರಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಆತ್ಮ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಲ್ಲ. ಆತ್ಮ ಮನುಷ್ಯನೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಪ್ರಾಣಿಯೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಒಂದು ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತದ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಆತ್ಮ ಏನೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಲವರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಆತ್ಮ ಏನೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯರ ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತದ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಏನೂ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಹೀಗೆ ನಾನಾ ವಿಧವಾದಂತಹ ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತಗಳಿವೆ, ಇರಲಿ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅಹಂ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಎಂಬ ಅನುಭವ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಅನುಭವ ಇದು ದೇಹಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಲ್ಲುವಂತಹ ಅನುಭವ. ಅಹಂ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಎಂಬ ಅನುಭವ ಬಂದದ್ದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಅದು ದೇಹಕ್ಕೇನೆ ಅನುಭವ ಎಂದು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ, ಇತಿ ಚೇನ್ನ ಸತ್ಯೇವ ಅವಿಶೇಷೇ ದೇಹೇ ಸುಪ್ತ್ಯಾದೌ ಜ್ಞಾನಾದಿ ವಿಶೇಷ ಅದರ್ಶನಾತ್ ನ ಪ್ರಾಣಾದಿ ಸನ್ನಿಧಾನಂ ಜೀವಸ್ಯ ಈಕ್ಷತೃತ್ವೇ ಪ್ರಯೋಜಕಂ. ಸುಪ್ತಿ ಮೂರ್ಛಯೋಃ. We do not have experience while we are sleeping. We have some knowledge, some experience, even at the time of sound sleep, or even at the time of murcha or unconscious. ಸುಪ್ತಿ ಮೂರ್ಛಯೋ ಶರೀರೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಾದ್ಯಪಕರ್ಮ ಲಕ್ಷಣ ವಿಶೇಷ ರಹಿತೆ ಸತ್ತೇವ. The prana is existing in our body. Senses are there intact. They are not acting, they are not active, they are dormant, but they are there. They are existing in our body, in living body. But at the same time, while sleeping, the body is not able to experience anything outside its world. ಸುಪ್ತಿ ಮೂರ್ಛಯೋ ಶರೀರೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಾದ್ಯಪಗಮ ಲಕ್ಷಣ ವಿಶೇಷ ರಹಿತೆ ಸತ್ತೇವ ಜ್ಞಾನಾದೀನಾಂ ಧರ್ಮಾಣಾಂ ಅದರ್ಶನ. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಡಿಸೈರ್, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಫಿಯರ್ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್ ಆರ್ misery, pain, anything for that matter. ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನು ಸಿದ್ಧವಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಣಾದಿಗಳು ಇದ್ದಂತಹ ಶರೀರದಲ್ಲೇನೆ ಸುಷುಪ್ತಿ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ, ಮೂರ್ಛೆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಏನೂ ಅನುಭವ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಭಯವಿಲ್ಲ, ಸುಖವಿಲ್ಲ, ದುಃಖ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಶೋಕವಿಲ್ಲ, ಜ್ಞಾನವಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗಾದರೆ? ಪ್ರಾಣಾದಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ಪ್ರಾಣಾದಿಗಳಿದ್ದಾಗ ಬರುವುದಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಾದಿಗಳಿವೆ ಸುಷುಪ್ತಿ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ, ಮೂರ್ಛೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾಕೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ? ಜ್ಞಾನಗ್ರಹಣಂ ಉಪಲಕ್ಷಣಂ ಸುಖ ದುಃಖ ಇಚ್ಛಾ ದ್ವೇಷ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನೈರಪಿ ಆತ್ಮ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇತಿ ಸೂಚಯಿತುಂ ಆದಿಪದಂ. So far we have defended or we have proved the existence of Atma from the hetu of jnana. Not only the jnana, but even sukha, dukkha, desire, hatred and prayatna or the activity. All these things ultimately find out that there is an existence of Atma which cannot be denied. Without Atma, the activity is not possible in the body. Without Atma, cannot be Ichha, desire. Without Atma, no Sukha, no Dukkha. So all these attributes are attributed to or traced to Atma himself. So the Chetana must be existing apart from the body. Mrtadau jnanadya bhavascha tatkarya adarshanat siddhaha iti darshayitum jnanadi visheshetyuktam jnanadinam visheshaha karyam iti etena sanghata chaitanya pakshaha pranadi chaitanya pakshascha parakrito bhavati ವೇದಿತವ್ಯಃ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಜೀವನ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವವನ್ನು ಸಮರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡುವುದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಭಯವೋ ಸುಖವೋ ದುಃಖವೋ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ we can call it as all these things are faculties of consciousness. It is one consciousness which has different faculties in itself, and all these faculties, with all these faculties, the consciousness can be attributed to Atma alone, and therefore the Atma must exist. Without existence of Atma, all these things which we experience cannot be proved. Therefore the Atma exists. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara ತಥಾ ದೇಹಾಂತರ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತಿ ಧೀರಸ್ತತ್ರ ನಮುಹ್ಯತಿ ಎಂಬ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜೀವನ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವವನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸಮರ್ಥನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ನಾಳಿನ ದಿವಸ ತಿಳಿಯೋಣ.